You can be making six figures in sales and still be paycheck to paycheck. Nobody talks about it. And when I finally figured out why, I got angry because all of this income wasn't producing freedom for me. It wasn't buying me freedom. It wasn't buying me peace of mind. It was buying me stress, and it was buying me lifestyle bloat more than it was actually buying me lifestyle. You are winning the game that they told you to win, but it's the wrong game. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're probably actually working really hard, but you might just be looking at the wrong scoreboard. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you why high sales income can be a trap, how to track real wealth instead, and the 3 systems that I used to go from commission rich to time rich by the time I hit my 25th birthday. Welcome back to the channel. Traveling. I'm in Virginia Beach at my in-laws. And so I'm in a guest bedroom right now shooting this video, but wanted to get it up because it's Friday, it's payday. Some of you might have got a commission paycheck today. I, like you, thought that more income would solve everything. More commission, bigger bonuses, getting promoted, but I stayed stuck every level that I achieved in terms of profit and in terms of time freedom. There was a breaking point for me coming out of our first $1 million year, breaking down all of my profit and loss for the year. I was about to send everything to my tax guy, and I realized I did all the math. Wow, after all of this, I only made X amount after taxes. How was that even possible? How was that even worth it? And it was such a breaking point for me. And I reached out to a mentor. I said, how do I actually make more and keep more money doing this? And their response was basically, well, you need to get promoted. And with promotion means more responsibility. It means more stress. It means more of the same thing, except at a higher level. And that was a really big point for me of like, wait a minute, I don't want to play the game at a bigger level. I want to play the game at this level in a bigger way, in a better way. Truth bomb, income is like a treadmill. Wealth is the escape hatch, and nobody's handing you the map on how to become wealthy. Your sales managers and your mentors within your sales business, their job is to help you sell more. And they're probably doing a really good job at that. You probably have conferences where they teach you how to get more recruits or how to get more prospects or how to sell more product. But I personally have not been to almost any conferences where they taught how to build wealth, how to build time freedom, how to use more leverage. Those are things I learned from outside mentors or from YouTube videos just like this. Now, I want to break a couple belief systems that I've fallen into myself that you might be falling into. Number one, your lifestyle has to rise with your income. This is called lifestyle creep. I see it all the time. And I see this feeling of pressure, even in my company, like they give a car bonus. So I get to drive a BMW essentially for free. But really, that's the lifestyle creep that I talk about, where the higher you get promoted, the more you sell. There's this pressure to also be that person. There's the pressure to wear the nicer suits. There's the pressure to buy the nicer computer, get the nicer phone, get the nicer car, buy the house. That's lifestyle creep. And that's one of the ways that people stay on the treadmill. Another thing is you're too busy to plan. I've heard that. I've felt that. But money planning is something that me and my now wife implemented into our weekly routine. Once a week, we do money planning together, where we sit down and we get very, very clear on every dollar in, every dollar out from every vehicle of income. And that's something that I kind of had been doing for the past couple of years, but not to this level. And it's seriously a game changer for our relationship and just for our planning. Number 3, you feel rich, but you own nothing. I see this for 25, 26, 27-year-olds right now. Yeah, they might have been crushing it the past 5-6 years in sales. They didn't build any assets. And that's why I love getting to talk to people who are 20, 21, 22 years old and saying, hey, you are earning a lot right now. Let's get you in the game. So by the time that you're married, you don't have to convince your significant other that, hey, this is a game I want to start playing now. No, by then it's a game you had already been playing. You already learned the mistakes. Maybe you lost a lot of money. Maybe it was really stressful, but at least you had already gotten in the game of cash flow investing. So by the time you are married with a family and kids, it's just a continuation of what you've already been up to. If you want bite-sized versions of this every day, follow Unlock with Alex on Instagram. My goal is to help commission sales reps escape the grind, get into their first real estate investing property or Airbnb, and get into it ASAP so they can start playing that game. The last shift that I want to help you make is a couple concepts, which I learned mostly from mentors outside of my business, but also my main mentor in my sales organization has been great at helping me understand what the real game is that we're playing. Number 1, net worth and monthly cash flow trumps income all day. A great way to assess how you've been viewing dollars is that Sales revenue, or CPO for some people, or accounts closed for some people. Revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. And cash flow is king. Revenue, sales, that's vanity. That looks good. That sounds good. Profit is sanity. Actually running your business in a way that you're not just producing a lot, but you're actually making money. You're actually keeping money. I know some people in my business that they get paid 50% commission, but their profit percentage last year was like 21%. Why? They're running their business in a way that looks good and sounds good and wins them trophies, but it's not getting them ahead. It's actually setting them back. And they're actually negative cash flow on the year, even though they're working so hard. And at that point, yes, sales can be a trap in that way if you don't understand what's going on. And then lastly, cash flow is king. On a month-to-month basis, are you ahead in cash flow, whether it's from just your sales vehicle or including other things like Airbnbs or cash flow investments? So number one, net worth and cash flow trumps income and revenue all day. Number two, and I kind of already said this, but profit tracking, treating your sales job like a business. When the money comes in, treating it like revenue. Whatever 1099 drops into your bank account, treating it like a true business owner would, which was, okay, now I'm going to allocate those dollars. One way to do this is percentage-based budgeting. There's a great book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. I would highly recommend looking into it. But he teaches how, as a salesperson, you can allocate these dollars, whether it's 50% into this account, 10% here, 20% here. But that way, when the money comes in, you're actually moving it around in a way that fits your lifestyle, fits your long-term goals, but it's not just dropping in your account and then you're spending it, all of it, like crazy. And then number three is asset conversion, taking your liquid dollars, building a nest egg, and then deploying those dollars in a way that's risk averse and produces cash flow and gets you in the game that high-level investors have been playing for years and years and decades. But getting in the game before you're 45 years old with kids, getting in the game now and starting to build that long-term equity that I talk about in other videos on my channel. So subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and go binge a couple more videos about the idea of getting into assets with your sales income while you're still young. When you start actually tracking your net worth and your expenses, you stop playing for applause and you start playing for freedom. Sales income is the fuel. It is not the finish line. Sales revenue is the fuel, but it's definitely not the finish line. I would say that's the starting line. So commissions and sales is great because it's uncapped. There's no limit to how much you can earn. You control your destiny. You control your income. You could go earn $10,000, $20,000 a month in a sales job, but then it's up to you to learn the skills that it actually takes to keep and then multiply this money. So stacking, deploying, making that first move, getting that first mentor, starting to track your net worth, starting to track your expenses, building cash flow systems within your dollars, using withholdings, paying taxes quarterly, all of the things that put you ahead financially that maybe you just don't know about yet. And that's okay. But you can't just keep earning more, hoping it's going to give you freedom, because it's a trap. And they don't tell you that, because why would they? This, with all respect to sales organizations, why would they spend resources and time and energy teaching you how to profit more, work less, sell less? That doesn't help anybody except you. And so I don't think they're doing this with any ill intent at all, but you have to think, what drives the business for them? More sales. And so this is up to you. Nobody's going to save you besides yourself. So just in closing, hey, sales is your gift. You're very talented, but don't let it be your identity. You'll die on that hill. You will keep getting promoted. You will keep winning trophies until you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. And then you'll get to the end of your life and you'll say, damn, I didn't cross off the dreams. I didn't build the family. I wasn't present in so many moments and holidays and vacations because I was thinking about work. I was thinking about producing. I was thinking about generating more revenue, more vanity. And I never let my ego get uninvolved so I could actually build the freedom that I know in my heart that I want. Identity misalignment is when your output says success, but your input still feels empty. And that's why burnout happens. Burnout happens when you feel on the outside like you're doing everything you're supposed to, but on the inside, you don't feel free. You don't feel like you have control and autonomy over your own situation. That creates burnout. And that's why you might feel like you're on a sales treadmill selling more, but nothing's happening in your life. Sales is your tool. It is not your purpose. And it's a great tool. I really encourage you to use some of the things in this video to start using it like a tool and really taking advantage of the opportunity that you have. Because I believe sales is the best opportunity for anyone 18 to 25 years old to truly get ahead, but you have to use the tool to get ahead. And that's up to you. Hey, if you're done trying to outsell your way to freedom and take back your time, follow Unlock with Alex on Instagram or go to thedreamslist.com to buy my book, put it into action, hit me up and DM me the word dream if you want to have a one-on-one conversation about your situation and start to assess what are the levers that could build your dream life and make it a reality sooner rather than later. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.